All hands are registered as weapons. I love that line from fucking it's Once Upon a Time in Hollywood when Bruce Lee he was like, I would fight you, but my hands are registered as deadly weapons. I accidentally kill you in a fight, I go to jail. He's like, anybody accidentally kills somebody in a fight, they go to jail. It's called manslaughter.
I do not like the people that go around saying, yeah, I'm registered as like a deadly weapon, et cetera, et cetera. That's just not true. It's just not a true thing.
Yeah,
perhaps it could be used against a court. Like if I go to choke somebody, they could bring up, hey, this guy's black belt at hugging people. Like they could bring that up. But
you know, that's the whole premise of Con Air, is that Nick Cage was such a fucking badass that those guys that were roughing up his girlfriend at that bar, he had no business like throwing down with him because he's so goddamn deadly, because he killed them both with his bare hands.
There's something to be said for that though. Like I've always felt like what's the guy's name from Miami? Is it Jorge Rivera? I don't have. No, that's Masvidal. A baseball player. Masvidal is who I'm looking for. Jorge Masvidal, I guess, got into a fight with people at a bar, and that in itself is not cool to me, right? He should be self-confident and not have to prove it. That would be the ideal version of a pro fighter to me. But I can also understand that you also can't just pick a fight you can't win and act like you're immune from consequences because of it. Okay, cool. Then he goes into the bathroom and he sees another guy in there and just on sight knocks him the fuck out. And they're like, how did you know he was even with the other ones? He's like, I didn't. I couldn't take that chance.
I have no problem with that. I have no problem with that.
The guy could have been
I've been in the same situation in Tarkov many times. Right? Hallways full of bad guys. You've killed all of them you saw. You run to the bathroom to start healing the blood that's gushing out of you. And there's another guy in that bathroom. He looks just like your buddy, but you can't be fucking sure. And there's so much. You got to kill him too. You got to kill. They've all got, you team kill.
Jorge Masvidal team kills.
It's understandable. He takes down some friendlies, but he never gets caught off sides. I'll tell you that, goddamn, for sure. Nobody's catching. He took out the guy that offered him a mint right next to the dude he knocked out. like everybody was getting it.
He's in a tux.
He's trying to get in the stall to get the poor old man taking a shit.
You guys know Ryan Hall, the MMA fighter? Ryan Hall?
I love Ryan Hall.
He's the grappler, right? The leg lock specialist.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I know him.
Hit BJ Penn with his crazy leg lock or whatever. But there's a video of him online somewhere of him eating pizza. Have you seen it? Mm-hmm. And he takes the guy. He takes the guy down and just kind of sits on him while he's like, "Hey, don't make sure the pizza doesn't get cold or something."
That's not how it starts. The guy he's drunk.
He's drunk, very drunk,
and he goes in the diner, I'll call it, and he's being an asshole.
He's
being an asshole, and Ryan Hall is not even making eye contact. He's just eating. He's paying no attention to this guy who's being animated and kind of picking on him. And the whole table is like, you don't know what you're doing. That's Ryan Hall. That's fucking Ryan Hall, professional fighter in
Everybody
the UFC.
At the table is afraid of that guy.
Yeah.
Newcomer has shown
If
up.
you were to see me sit next to Ryan Hall, you would probably think I could beat him in a fight. You would be very wrong. But he is not an intimidating looking dude. He looks like he might be a librarian or something, but he's very much a badass. Can you find a picture of Ryan Hall, Zach? And he ignores him and ignores him and ignores him until eventually he can't be ignored anymore. He might have started touching him or touching his plate or something. I forget the details. And Ryan Hall very casually gets his hands on the guy, takes him down, puts him in a position where the guy is helpless. And the dude's, look at that guy. He's one of the baddest guys in the world.
Find a picture of him in a shirt. It looks even better.
Yeah.
He looks
really skinny.
His biceps are impressive to me. If you look carefully in that picture. But in a shirt,
he's a big guy.
You don't see much. Fit. And his friend, this is the bad guy's friend, is like, stop being an asshole. He's being nice to you right now. He could do anything he wants. Because he could.
I'm watching this clip right now of Ryan Hall handling the pizza thing.
Yep.
And I can feel for him that he's he really is sitting in a way please let me eat my pizza, please. Please let me eat my pizza.
He probably earned that pizza.
Double legs. Yeah. He doesn't even go for a sneak attack or anything. He just fully what's it called? Telegraphing a punch.
Yeah.
He just telegraphs the slowest double leg takedown of all time, as though he's taking out the trash like a chore. Like
look at him. Look at him.
Okay.
Tell me you don't think I was confused
dude.
into thinking that guy can't defend
Look at his
himself.
ear. It looks like
Not
it's about to
me
pop.
though,
Oh,
because
the
I'd see
ears,
those
right.
ears and know that he could be on me like a fucking spider monkey if he wanted to.
Yeah,
Look
you're
at that guy. He's wiry as fuck, but he'd just be so strong if he put his hands on you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's an athlete who competes
Like,
in weight class.
He would squeeze you what you thought was really hard, and then he would start cinching up.
right. Yeah.
Ow, stop. I was joking. Eat your pizza, man. Come on.
Like, you can feel yourself
black
bruising.
belt. Third degree black belt. It says.
It's crazy how much of a specialist he is. And speaking of UFC fighters, I just put something in the chat. Just I thought that this would be cool to you, Woody, and also Kyle, and not Taylor though, because he doesn't like this. I just trained with a bunch of UFC fighters. The most prominent one probably being Jessica Andrade. And,
that's cool.
Yeah, it was super cool. She's awesome, super sweet. Way small. They're always like,
she's itty bitty.
She's itty bitty.
Yeah,
you always think in your head that these people are going to be. It's kind of like the same thing when you are playing online with a guy and he's crushing in Call of Duty Pub Stomper, and then you meet him in real life. You're like, oh, it's not really entirely.
Yeah.
You're very much smaller than I thought. You look so big on TV.
But he was so big and strong in Nazi zombies.
Exactly. And she's great. She's awesome at jiu-jitsu, black belt, very good, super technical, and super, super nice and tiny.
Yeah,
Also, I have a story
5'2".
about a bunch of black belts getting picked on at a bar for my friend's birthday, if you want to hear it.
How did that go?
Yes.
Oh, very well.
Well, the group that picked on us were other black belts, so poorly.
Turns out they were the real Cobra Kai.
So these guys, I was out with a couple of my friends, like maybe about 10 people. We were out for my friend's birthday, and he's one of the lead black belts at our gym. This was a few years ago. And we go out for his birthday. It's probably 2 a.m. at this point. He's completely inebriated. We're going to walk him back to his room. And the whole table is nothing but either like bouncers or high-level jiu-jitsu guys. So like brown belts, black belts. And the bouncers are not the big bouncers that you would expect. They're kind of like the smaller guys, the ones that people typically don't mess with if you're at a club, because you're like, if you're small and you're a bouncer, probably something's going on, right? Yeah. So we're all out. We decide to walk my one friend home. As we're leaving, my friend is so drunk that he kind of stumbles backwards into a group of kind of gangster guys. I don't know how to describe these guys. Jerseys on, tattoos, gangster fellows. There's probably about 4 or 5 of them.
The Asian mafia. I've seen these guys.
Exactly.
It was the Yakuza.
A
lot of missing fingers in the group.
It was like a mixture of Mexican and white guys, I would say, but all tatted, all kind of the attitude type guys. And I apologize. I'm like, hey, sorry, my friend, it's his birthday. We're just gonna walk him home. Sorry about that, guys. And nothing really happened. He just kind of bumped into them. So I leave. I walk this guy back to his room with my other friend. We drop him off. We come back, and apparently these guys had decided to bully the other guys at the table after they were rude to me when I left. When I apologized, they were like, yeah, get out of here, blah blah blah. I'm like, no problem. I'm leaving. And we come back, and all I catch a glimpse of, because we come back at the tail end of this. Apparently, one of when they left, the 3 guys confronted 2 of the guys that were at the table with us. The brown belt that we were with punched one guy. I guess he knocked him down. But what I saw was my friend, who's a black belt, skinny kid, like unassuming Ryan Hall type. I saw him double leg one guy, throw him on his head, take the other guy, toss him down, and just get on top and start like beating him before security came over and broke it up. And it's like the 2 guys that you picked on was a balding older man and a skinny kid. And these guys beat up 3 gangster guys. Come on, man. After I was so nice, I was like, I apologize. I offered them.
That's so
like,
shitty. Yeah.
They waited until you left.
They waited till you left.
See, that's a shitty position for a bouncer to be in. I'm thinking about, like, if I'm a bouncer and I see like 2 people start to fight, I want to see them like throwing punches like this. like if I'm a bouncer and I see 2 guys teeing off with power, I'm like, guys, come on, come on, get out of here, you 2. He's like, Taylor, get in there and stop it. You got
here I go.
No, I'm a fight expert, and this is petering out.
Taylor's just eating Cheez-Its, like watching the whole thing.
Come on, guys.
Suck it up. There's a video actually. Speaking of that same situation, in a way, I would assume Woody's seen it. It's a video of 2 guys getting in a fight at like Target over Black Friday. And the one guy takes the other guy down. He starts like jiu-jitsuing this guy, like passes the guard, does this. The other guy apparently also knows jiu-jitsu, like sweeps him, comes up top, and they end up like kind of just stopping the fight because they're like, you train? I train. Just get up. It's like, I want to see if we can find this video. It's actually so funny.
I was trying to pub stomp, so have a good day. Best of luck to you.
Videos get us claimed every time nowadays.
Oh, really?
YouTube's not what it used to be.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah,
It's very funny. If you haven't seen it, I suggest it. It's like jiu-jitsu versus jiu-jitsu at Target or something.
That's fun.
At Target. Target's not a venue you see that often.
Have you seen the girl fight where they're going at it like in a field or something like that, and the one girl fucking double legs the other, throws her an arm bar, and breaks her fucking arm?
No, I have not.
Good God.
This sounds familiar, but I cannot say
like. So I don't know a ton about jits, but like it seems to me that when you get someone an arm bar, like even in competition, they don't just like jerk it for the break. They're going for the tap. Right. She broke this girl's arm. Like she didn't want to tap. She wanted to break her arm so she wanted to beat her more severely.
Ronda Rousey liked breaking arms too.
Yeah,
she snapped. You heard it pop in the video.
God,
it was
loud. There was that guy. What was his name? Sorry to interrupt, but before I forget, Husamar Palhares. You guys remember him?
Yep.
He got into a lot of shit because he straight up just enjoyed breaking people's legs.
Yeah. He did a move called a knee bar, and you kind of hug the guy's knee and extend your back, and it causes it to bend the wrong way.
Yeah.
The thing is, it's not super painful, but it's super damaging. So like everything just breaks and rips at the same time. And what would happen is the other guy would start tapping, and he wouldn't stop. And the ref would like sort of hold him by the shoulders and stuff,
and try to break it apart. He still wouldn't stop.
Yeah. And the ref would physically try to peel him apart, and he still wouldn't stop. He was still trying to injure your ligaments.
It was his knee bars, heel hooks, mainly. Anything
that was like wrong with him. Like no offense, it was a more Palhares. Don't rip my legs off.
Like
I think something was wrong.
He was in the UFC doing this.
Yeah, he was kicked out of the UFC for doing it, and he continued to do it.
He won a title in like Strikeforce or something, and then got stripped because he fucking wouldn't. He would win and then wouldn't let go of the shit. So
he went up against another guy.
Head, he'd be like somewhere else, not in the fight, just like holding this guy's.
Dude, I don't accept that. Like,
I mean, I think that's something.
Why did you keep trying to destroy his leg? I was thinking about other things. I was distracted. You can't blame me.
My mind was a million miles away.
Yeah.
like you're fucking shopping.
Shields.
He goes into it.
Is a highly regarded grappler as well. So it was all right. I want to see this. This guy's your size. This guy's skilled. Try this shit against Jake Shields. I want to see it. He clawed fucking Jake Shields' eyes all 15 minutes and still won the fight. If you watch it, like Jake's eyes are, it looks like he's a zombie infected or something. Like it's not subtle. Like sometimes there's a thumb in the eye, and you're like, you know what? Like loose fingers, they find their ways in the darndest places. Not this. He is like a girl clawing at eyes. It's totally intentional.
Years ago, about 5 years ago.
Okay. Yeah.
Man, it really is the beginning of a sport when like this stuff happened 5 years ago.
Yeah.
Like
look at Jake Shields' eyes. Look at that.
And that's not from punches. Bad. That's just from claws.
Yeah, no, it looks like he picked up a non-friendly cat.
Yeah.
and ended up getting him.
Oh, thanks, Zach. I'm glad you found that.
That's so bad. That's funnier than I thought it would be, in a bad way.
that guy's a real piece. Have you, speaking of like brutal fight videos online, there's a video I saw of like a club in Eastern Europe or something, and it's like a CCTV camera, and it's in a strip club, and some guy near the bathroom entrance, is clearly very drunk and being loud and rowdy. This other guy comes over, knocks him out, like cold, knocks him out. And then the guy who knocked him out, as he's laying there, he gets on top of the guy and breaks both of his arms as he's knocked out. He knocks him out and then gets on top of him and breaks one of his arms.
Oh, no.
Turns, breaks the other arm. And there's just a man laying there knocked out with two broken arms. And it's like,
oh, no.
This is, and of course you like go in like the comments or whatever, and it's a bunch of like unverifiable bullshit where they're like, apparently he was a rapist, and other people are like, no, he was a drug dealer who sold him bad drugs. And like, no, he was part of the Eastern Ukraine mafia, and this other. And it's like, no, that looks like a drunk guy who just got both of his arms, breaking both of your arms.
That's
what
excessive.
an asshole.
That's like something to me that's just like so obviously so like actually despicable, like actually disgusting. I feel like I'm at a point too with I live in Las Vegas, so I see some wild stuff happen occasionally, and I feel like I'm at this weird point now too where if I saw something like that, I feel like and I think everybody has a moral obligation to step in, but I don't want to get involved with anything. But I feel at this point, man, when you see stuff like that happen, it's like if somebody doesn't step in, that's like disgusting to me, you know.
I would 0% chance I'm stepping in. I don't want to be the second. I don't want to be the third and fourth arms broken.
No, I'm sorry. Like there was a I was at Walmart one time. Just like this was back when I was I don't have no nice way to put it. I was just fat as shit, so I was just incredibly out of shape, like winded going up the stairs, out of shape, and I recall like sitting there. I think I was eating Bojangles, so just a Cajun filet biscuit, like a fat ass with like mayonnaise and lard on it. And I'm sitting there eating it, and I hear like a woman screaming, and I'm looking around. I'm like, what the fuck's going on? And I'm sitting there just fucking like biscuit crumbs in my beard. Yeah, like, and there's this woman. There's this man trying to like, I think it was like an ex-boyfriend or something, trying to break in, not like break in forcibly, but trying to like, I don't know, just talk forcibly, like trying to get in this woman's car. He wasn't like breaking the window or anything. And she's like screaming, like, help. I don't want to talk to this guy, help. And he's like still trying to get in. I'm just watching this whole thing. Yeah, just like eating the fucking biscuit, just like watching it all. And I'm like, I could help, but by the time my fat ass gets over there, I'm winded. Like it's over.
Hold up. There's an ending to the story, yeah?
The cops showed up.
And then he got in the car and forced her to drive away.
The cops showed up like a minute after I decided I wasn't going to do anything. So
okay, well that kind of works. Okay, good job.
Dude, talking about interfering, one of my favorite videos on the internet is there are like 5 girls beating up one. I think it happens in China or Asia somewhere. Everyone's Asian, and they're not like having the restraint you'd expect. If 5 people beat up one, you'd think that after a short period of time, they'd be like, well, we kind of made our point, right? She's cowering, protecting herself. She offers no offense at all. She's defeated. You won. You won. Claim your victory and do your celebration. Why are you still beating this woman? Are you trying to kill her or maim her? Like, what the fuck is happening here? And it goes on for some period of time. And it's like, is anyone going to help her? And to my head, the soundtrack of I Need a Hero starts playing when this guy flies in across one man against 5 women. These 5 women are fucked.
Wait, is that the guy who enters the battlefield with a leaping kick?
Yeah, that's the one.
Okay, that's a great video. Yeah.
and these 5 women, by the way, they don't realize they're not gonna win. They're still engaging. He will like defeat one and she'll collect herself and come back in the fight. But he's hitting them like they're men.
Dude, he is throwing punches the way you can only do against a woman. No defense whatsoever. Just every bit of strength, jaws sticking out, almost daring. And just
dude, and
blows to the nose.
You think like never ever hit a woman. What, dude? This was the situation where you do. Like he's defending somebody.
They were gonna kill that girl. They were beating the shit out of her.
Yeah,
they were beating the shit.
Wait, was that guy? He was a random guy, right?
I don't know the backstory.
Guy, I don't. Yeah, but it was in like the middle of a restaurant.
That's the
like
one.
a hibachi restaurant or something like that. Maybe not hibachi, but yeah, that's a great fucking video. The way, just to enter the fight with a chest kick to a woman, just boom, and then she's off screen. She's out for the rest of the video. Now it's 1-on-4.
That's hilarious. So apparently it may have been her dad. There's another video like that where it's a boyfriend and his girlfriend's getting beat up like outside of a club. It's the same situation. 4 or 5 girls beating this one girl up, and the guy comes in. He's like a short, like a guy that probably wouldn't beat any of us up, you know? And he comes in and he just KOs all these girls and takes his girlfriend and leaves. It's like, yeah, good. Don't hit girls, but for that, yeah. It's gonna happen like that.
Yep.
Speaking
I
of
love
fights,
fight videos online. As long as I love fight videos online, but I don't like the head kick kind of end to all of them. Like when someone gets their clock cleaned, it's like, okay, it's over. And then you see like the head stomps and the curb stomping and like using like the toe of their, like the way you're not supposed to kick a soccer ball, like doing that to someone's temple when they're already knocked out. Every time I see that, it's like, oh, this good fight video just became a snuff film because that person's likely dead.
Or
I can't
damage,
watch. I mean, I do watch them, but I really, I don't, I can't watch those type of things. It really upsets me inside.
I don't like watching. I will watch them out of morbid curiosity sometimes. Sometimes it gets too morbid. And then I go back to the Ryan Hall video where he calmly takes the guy down and eats pizza.
Dude, I will make up backstories in my head as I'm watching violent videos to rationalize what I'm watching. Like, it'll be like, that guy is a rapist. Okay. It's like, is there any evidence of this whatsoever? No. But he must be.
Have you seen the Matt Serra video?
Love it. Love
no,
it, Woody.
I don't think so.
I don't know if I can do the same play-by-play, but it's reminiscent of the Ryan Hall video where like
is that better, I think, even.
He's in just as much control. And
Matt Serra's doing this?
Yeah, Matt Serra against Random. And I think he even warns the guy, like, look. You still have a chance to walk away. I'm not the one. I'm not the one you want. If I recall, it's like he gives him some sort of Overtflow. Do you recall this?
Yeah. So he is at a buffet. I believe he's at Red Rock here in Vegas. And he's at a buffet with everybody. And this drunk guy's being loud and obnoxious. I believe that maybe he had altercation with one of the waitresses or something even too. And he was just in there being obnoxious. Matt Serra takes this guy down, gets him out, gives him a couple slaps. He doesn't even hit him. And he's very Italian. So Taylor, you're at a buffet, you double leg somebody, you're in mount, you give him a couple slaps, tell him to relax, and you're Italian. Go.
I'm watching the video right now.
It
really is funny. Like somehow great. This guy got so mad that he punched his own shirt off, and he's laying on his back, and Matt Serra's like almost looks embarrassed at having to get involved. He's sitting on top, just blocking this guy's full strength punches, like he's not even giving it a mind. Just like, you know how it is, guys, right? You know how it is when you're a professional fighter. The rest of you. The
thing about Matt Serra is he's incredibly good at jiu-jitsu, but that motherfucker can punch too. Like he knocked GSP out. I mean, he did. This dude is like a truck.
This dude is lucky as shit that Matt Serra decided not to hit him.
Seriously.
Oh, for sure. But that's what you get when you get a controlled person. And I like that. To me is the type of video that I want to see. I
like that one. Yeah.
A lot of control. It makes me feel good. Like,
yeah. Because you're putting yourself in there.
Oh yeah.
And you're Matt Serra in that situation. I put myself in there. I'm the rowdy pizza guy. I need to know how to win.
This kind of pizza.
Can that be a character in a video game? The rowdy pizza guy.
The rowdy pizza man.
It has zero stats.
Causing problems.
Like Tyson Box.